And we're ready. It is now 12:05. Trinae, Greg, thank you very much for helping coordinate this webinar. And to everyone, we thank you for joining us today to learn about becoming a partner with Commute Solutions. Today's webinar is being hosted by the Houston-Galveston Area Council. And I'm very excited that you're joining us. We'll be focusing on businesses, universities, and developers, local governments, even transit agencies to talk about how we promote within the 8-county region to encourage all those companies and agencies to become a partner with Commute Solutions. Next slide, Greg. Now, before we get started, I would like to cover a few housekeeping topics. So first, we invite your comments and questions. So if you would take a moment and look at the chat section at the bottom of your screen, we'll focus on that versus the Q&A section. Just use the chat section on the screen, and if you think of a question at any point, just type it in there, and we will either answer it immediately or hold it for Q&A. Trinae will be managing the chat box, so you will have the opportunity to hear her wonderful voice as well. So again, our webinar is being recorded, and we will be able to share a link with you later on once the recordings are completed. So we welcome you to revisit the content yourself, and please share it with your colleagues. Greg, please. Next slide. So my role on the Commute Solutions team as a principal program coordinator, and some of you, I can see that we already are familiar with what I do, but I focus on building partnerships. I promote education and outreach to employers and universities and others, as I mentioned earlier. I have over 10 years experience in advocating for clean air. I worked in the Metro Star Vanpoo program for many years, and now I'm with HGAC as a principal program coordinator. I recently received a Telework certification through the Best Workplaces for Commuters. Next slide, please. So about Commute Solutions, we are a service of the Houston-Galveston Area Council. We are funded through the Texas Department of Transportation and the Federal Highway Administration. And as you can see on the map, we cover the entire 8-county region for our services. Now, through the Commute Solutions program, HGAC has always worked with employers to encourage them to promote their employees to take greener trips, and also to promote alternatives to driving alone. So this month, as a matter of fact, we are celebrating 26 years of HGAC's Commute Solutions program. And again, we thank you all for joining us today. Next slide, Greg. Our program goals are to increase awareness of travel options and benefits. We also focus on reducing vehicle miles on our roadways. We want to get those cars off the road. And when we do that, we're able to reduce congestion and improve the air quality in our region. Next slide, Greg. Now, the goals for this session is we want you to learn more about the Partners Program and how it fits into Commute Solutions. We also want you to become a partner, most of all, and learn the benefits of being a partner with HGAC's Commute Solutions program. Next slide, Greg. So if you could take a moment and answer this question in the chat box. What brings you to this webinar today? We're curious to know what drew you to come to this event today. So if you can find the chat box and just type your answer in there, and then Trinae will read those responses off.
Okay, to learn more about our program.
Okay.
That's a good one. Okay, so partnership opportunities so that we can work together with the Metro well, I guess account team,
Eh,
sales.
Yes, 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 and to learn about our program, and I'm glad because I know there are some transit and van pool representatives here at this meeting right now, and that is one of the things that Jamila and I have been talking about is we're focusing on building alliances with all of you so that we can all come to the table and talk about collaborating with the employers that we associate with who become partners with us so that we can promote your programs to the partners that we're currently partnering with, but also to share with you the initiatives that we're taking to recruit more partnerships and to share those partnerships with our agencies. So that is a really great insight for what brought you here today. So
And
we'll
then we
go
have
to,
another one
oh, okay, go
about
ahead, Trinae.
decreasing the amount of commuters on the road.
Yes, and we have to do that as collaborate. And I think it's very important, especially the size of our region, is that all of us, it doesn't take one or two, it takes all of us to make this happen to ensure the future of our younger generations, especially with the impacts of climate change today.
Excellent. That's all the questions for now. I
Okay,
mean, the
well, thank
answers for
you.
now.
Thank you, Trinae. Greg, could you go to the next slide, please? So the goals of this webinar and to respond to the questions is to learn about partners program and how it fits into our Commute Solutions program. Because I know many people talk about the goals of Commute Solutions, as I mentioned earlier, but again, it takes all of us, not just our program and reaching out to others, but we collaboratively will attain this goal. Also, to learn how to become a partner, which is very easy, and to learn the benefits of becoming a partner. Our partnership program is free. So we'll go to the next slide and I'll talk a little bit about that. To the next slide, Greg, please. Thank you. So again,
No, forward.
go back, go forward. Thank you,
There we
there you
go.
are. Okay, so the Commute Solutions Partner Program, it is a free service to help organizations, as I mentioned, in the entire 8-county region. And we want to help you meet your business and sustainability goals while positively impacting air quality and congestion. So as I mentioned, we work with the we have 9 public transit agencies in our 8-county region. That includes Brazos, Conroe Connection. I don't know if any of you heard of Colorado Valley. We also have Connect Transit, Fort Bend, Harris County Rides, Island Transit, we have Metro Transit and Metro Star Vanpool, and also the Woodlands Township. So all of those, we work with you. Each transit agencies have employees, but at the same time, they also focus on sustainable programs. The transportation networks that we work with are Uber and Lyft, and also other aid organizations we work with, such as B-Cycle, Bike Houston, and Zipcar. And that's just a few. So organizations, large or small, who are in need of sustainable transportation services, we are here to serve you. Next slide, Greg. So the Commute Solutions Partners Program, within the Commute Solutions Partner Program, we have these services. So first, we'll focus on travel demand management planning. That includes carpool, vanpool, transit, bike, walk, compressed work weeks. All of those are incorporated in travel demand management planning. We offer telework planning services. We offer custom collaborations, and also from Commute Solutions, for all of our partners, we provide a recognition program. Next slide, Greg. So within our travel demand management planning services, we provide employee commuter surveys and trip reduction plans. We also offer compressed work scheduling assistance. In addition to that, we will provide customized company presentations and employee outreach events. We provide commuter benefits planning. So if you're a company and you're considering providing a financial commuter benefit, we will assist you in incorporating that in your benefits packages. And also we provide origin and destination mapping. Next slide, and I'll just explain in more detail with that. So with our employee commuter surveys and trip reduction plans, what we'll do is once we conduct those surveys from the employer side, we'll provide you with the survey results, and then once those are provided, we will also establish an analysis of the results of the survey. So once that's done, we'll take all of that information and we will suggest a travel demand management plan that will be based on where your employees live, what their hours are, what transit options are near your work site or near their employees' homes. And with all of that information combined, we will produce solutions for potential mode shifts. That is to get them from solo driving to possibly biking or walking or taking transit. Next slide, Greg. Also, we provide origin destination mapping. So I know that's kind of small to see, but this is actually a map of a client that we presented, and what it is, it has their location and all of the zip codes or addresses of the employees. We incorporated it into a mapping, origin and destination mapping. So what this does is it shows the eligible solutions per employee. So you may have an employee who can actually bike, who lives maybe a mile or two from the work site. And so all of that information is on the map, as well as taking rail or bus or other sustainable modes. Next slide, Greg. So our travel demand management planning process, it's a simple 4-step process. Again, I mentioned that we gather employer data in collection and analysis. And then once that's finished, we take commuter data collection, which includes the employees' addresses or just zip codes, depending on what the employer wants to provide. And then we provide a travel demand management program analysis. And then we work from there. And then within step 3, the TDM or travel demand management program coordination and implementation will work with you all the way to implement those suggestions or solutions that we presented to you. And then once that's working, maybe in about 6 months to a year, we'll follow up with you, with the employer, and we'll conduct another survey to see how well this plan is working. And depending on how it's working, we'll do what we can to improve it. Next slide, Greg. So along with the travel demand management planning services, we also have telework outreach, education, and planning assistance. Now, these things you can already grab from our website and you can download them. So within the telework assistance program, you actually have 3 options. Again, you can download the information that you see there. We have telework benefits. All of this is online. You can go out there and download tips for teleworkers. We even have an example employee telework agreement that you can actually download. And again, we provide more online telework resources. All of this information, you can freely go to our website and download them. So that's one option. Another option for our telework outreach and education and planning assistance, you can send us your current telework program and we'll actually review it for you and provide you with some suggestions as well. And then finally, the third option for our telework assistants is that you can choose to work one-on-one with us, and we will work with you as long as it takes to help your telework program be successful. Next slide, Greg. So speaking of telework outreach, education, and planning assistance, so with this one-on-one program that we're mentioning, we will work with a national consulting firm to provide up to 10 partners, one-on-one assistance to revamp or create their telework program. So whatever it takes, that's what we do. It's a wonderful opportunity. And while we work with a national teleworking consultant, we are looking for organizations to work with us so that we can create case studies and provide exponential telework programs across our region. Next slide, Greg. And another service from our travel demand program is custom collaborations. So we conduct outreach events with local transportation partners. So those same transportation partners who we can partner with as an employer will also promote their programs to our partners. And also we provide custom brown bag and lunch and learns. We offer customized transportation and wellness fairs. We'll join with you for your wellness fair, and many of the transit agencies who are out there right now today, we collaboratively work together during the wellness fairs for our different employers. And we offer internal newsletters and websites. So we will help you with any newsletters that is promoting your current programs, and we will assist you with website content. And finally, we will provide you with custom marketing materials. So that could be, for instance, if we're offering a transportation fair sponsored by HGAC, we will do the marketing pieces for you and so forth. So those are some of the added benefits of custom collaborations as being a partner with HGAC. Next slide, Greg. So this is another question for our chat box that we're looking forward to your responses. What are some of the goals we may help you with? So if you have those goals, we would love to hear from you. And all of this context we will gather so that we can assist you further. So if you could just answer that question in the chat box, and Trinae will manage it. So again, what are some of the goals we could help you with today? Or maybe you didn't have any in mind, but maybe you do now.
So think of us like your organization's own personal assistant. What would you need us to do in order to accomplish your travel demand management goals? Or, as Metro Star was stating earlier, what would you be looking to gain from an alliance with us?
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. That's good. Go ahead, Greg. Next slide. Okay, so again, along with our travel demand management services, as I mentioned earlier, we have a recognition program. So Best Workplaces for Commuters, BWC, it is an innovative membership program that provides qualified employers with national recognition and an elite designation for offering outstanding commuter benefits. HGAC Commute Solutions staff will offer registration for Commuter Choice Certificate Program through the Center of Urban Research. we also help through this certificate program. We'll help you, and you can offer this program to anyone in your HR or your administration staff, but it is a $250 value, and that will be absolutely at no cost to you. And we will work with you to earn national recognition as a best workplace for commuters, and will assist you with submitting your membership application. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, you will see there's a workplace, best workplaces for commuters recognition. There is also a recognition for best sites for commuters. So that would be possibly if your location offers bike parking or bike maybe showers and things of that nature, or maybe a sustainable battery for charging for those cars. And then also we offer best universities for commuters. So there are many opportunities for national recognition. And as a partner, the Houston-Galveston Area Council Commute Solutions Team will help you get there. Next slide, Greg. So again, we have more benefits to talk about being a partner with Commute Solutions. You could save money, and actually, speaking of saving money, nationally, we spend 200 hours and $2,600 on average, on the national average in our commute, according to the city's 2015 Thank You Premier Commuter Index. And that's a lot. But with that, we can increase productivity through telework. And that is one solution. And one example for telework, we could increase a 77% increase in productivity by teleworking. And this information was provided by the Connect Solutions Remote Collaborative Worker Survey in 2014. Next slide, Greg. Not only the benefits are saving money, increasing productivity, lowering congestion, which all of you are familiar with, and improving in our air quality, but also providing commuter benefits and offering these benefits to your employees and being a partner with us will help increase access to talent and jobs for potential employees. We also would encourage that with this, on average, if an employee is seeking a job, not only do they look at what they would get paid, I think what's important is the benefit. And many employees decide on a job depending on if it's easier for them to get to work, if they don't have to drive very far, whatever. We've learned that on average, most employees, if an employer provides a great benefit package, especially when it comes to getting to work, more than likely those employees will take that opportunity. Next slide. And another, stronger work-life balance. Just yesterday, we talked about we talked about work-life balance and integration for employees, and it's very important with commuter benefits, and that includes teleworking and compressed work weeks. People need to have a stronger work-life balance to be successful, and providing commuter benefits for your programs at your site is very important to maintain that for your employees. There's also better resiliency when commuter program benefits are offered. It improves retention, and it adds flexibility for your employees. So if somebody's trying to get to work and their car breaks down, they'll have an opportunity to possibly take transit. But there's always ways to make life easier if we're working together. Next slide. So again, I think our questions are limited based on the number of people who are here today, but if you have any other questions, what more would you like to know about becoming a partner with us?
Don't forget to leave those questions in the chat box.
Okay, let's go to the next slide, please, Greg. So again, to become a partner with Commute Solutions, it's really very simple. You can actually go online and you'll see on an area on the top where if you just click partner, you will come to this page, and all you do is you complete the page, and it's just a form that it expresses interest, and then it's just letting us know that you're interested in becoming a partner. And what we'll do is we'll contact you and we'll begin the process, which is very simple. Now, becoming a partner with Commute Solutions, there is no additional cost to you. As a matter of fact, your tax dollars already funds this program for our region. So all you need to do is take advantage of it. So we really encourage you. So with that, I know our time is winding down, which is good. It's around 12:31. And let's go to the final slide about questions. If we have any additional questions before we close out today's webinar. Oh, for Ms. Jessica, we will provide a transcript of the questions and answers for this webinar. And if you have any additional questions, feel free to add those in the chat box as well.
Okay, so she wanted to know if she could receive a list of who may be on the call.
Yes, yes, I will talk to you offline, and we have actually for our agency's partners who work with employers directly, we will be coordinating a meeting for everyone so that we can share information and collaboratively work together with our employers throughout the region. So thank you for that question, Jessica. Okay, so thank you all. Greg, let's go to the next slide. So again, we'll move on from there. We've had a few questions. So again, I'd like to thank you all for joining our webinar today. There are additional resources available to you again on our website, and we will have a recording ready later on and that you can access, and we'll also send you a follow-up in an email, and then that way if you have any additional questions or ideas, we'll be glad to hear from you. So again, for more information, go to yourcommutesolution.org. I'm Deborah Mayfield. If you have any questions direct, you can email me at that email address or call me at 713-499-6687. So again, thank you all for your time and have a wonderful rest of your day and stay safe. Take care now. Thank you, Greg and Trinae, for supporting this webinar. Everybody did a great job.
You did great
Oh,
too,
you're
Deborah.
most welcome. You're most welcome.
Take care, everyone.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.